YouTube now.
From the 30 on 1st and 10.
I'm on YouTube now.
He leaves it with his back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
My hands smell like oranges.
Last play at 2nd and 10.
Like all things good, 2267, something like that.
Looking to throw. Finds his man. It's McMillan. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the
quarterback
was going. He knew he had his receiver.
Look at that YouTube video I sent you the other day.
Running a route.
Scroll up in our text messages. Look at the YouTube video. Yeah. That one. That's the account.
On the run, it's Conley.
Can't tackle me, bro.
Pick up there before the defense knocks him down.
I know it's sexy to
must be my
sauce and get these kind of gains. They will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2.
Go to this profile, and then we go to the live streaming videos section.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the back.
What do you say to me?
Arizona right back to the line.
Don't be telling Tim when I'm playing either.
Back on the move. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
The RPO game works really well for this offense because the running back is very patient.
He's just going to go 2,
very good
2, 4.
Finding the creases and finding the lanes, and then putting his foot in the ground and getting moved.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays.
That's what I said.
But you got to stop the run first.
Now he's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. And he's all bottled up, and now the ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep
Fifita needs focus.
Well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
I can't call no audibles.
On 3rd and long, no secret leads here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB.
Why don't you shut the fuck up?
Gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They might need a telescope to find the 1st down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great...
He said I should kick the field goal. I'd have missed that anyway, so I knew I could get away with that.
Squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Takes the handoff. It's Alston. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
John tells you not the coach. You not the coach. You not the coach.
Missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew
Shut your
down
mic.
with some bad intentions.
Knocked down for the tackle.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That
What
time
a
the
line.
blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively
So-
you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run.
Got him.
OC's gonna
Under pressure.
That's what we
and down
needed.
he goes
That's what
at the
we needed.
33.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
The give out of the gun. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
Yeah, everybody's nephew. My nephew even says it.
They're within field goal
He calls
range
me
at the
Unc.
29. Let's see if they can pick up a
He'd be like, you know, I'm your nephew.
On 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs
Ray's kind of a legend,
Feeling some
and
heat.
he will be.
Really strong.
How'd you call a flea flicker, bro? What kind of playbook does Auburn have, bro? Like, what the fuck?
He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down mark.
Tim, you a hoe. That's why you got this fucked up.
Run your route past the sticks
And you're gonna miss
so you get
this.
the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin
Knew this was how it would
remains at
begin.
7 after the miss.
I come back to glory.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down.
Mr.
That
Giggles.
last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick.
Mr.
You got
Giggles.
to be able to finish.
Whoa.
Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
I did not mean to do that.
Time winding down.
I did not mean to do that.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Grew up in a small town. When the rain would fall down, I would break. No. Discord.
Now facing
This is a tough ass game. Arizona sucks.
Back to pass, it's Fafita.
Yes.
They're trying to get
Fuck.
to it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense getting to the
Ezra.
quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
They run phased by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one.
How does that feel,
And they
Tim?
finally make the tackle,
How does
but
that
this will be
feel?
A pretty easy conversion for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the
How does that feel, Tim?
Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive
John Charles,
line.
how does that feel?
Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
God damn it, boy.
Powers his way ahead. Gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Yeah, not enough movement up front. You got to be a little bit more physical with this offense, but now it's 4th and 1. Another opportunity. You go for it there, you pick up some yardage. Now you made it a little bit short. Now this offense has really got to get physical.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And we defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep.
That was a good play, nephew. I ain't even gonna lie.
First down, it'll be at the 35.
You're gonna try to pretend.
This offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play.
This is Arizona. Don't get cocky.
Outside,
This St. Luke's.
that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Runs through a tackle. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down.
It was a perfect storm. Arizona has a good offense and a shitty defense. And Auburn has a shitty offense and a good defense.
Keeps the legs moving. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job.
Funny how to fuck you up now.
To set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Running toward the tape. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I love the execution on that.
So they have to lock in, bruh.
Get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense, and then at that point it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. One way to
Damn.
ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
He's got it. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at
What?
the 36. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Fafita. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Arizona in a hurry. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead.
That's what I'm talking about, boy, right there.
Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kicker bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Find out.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown.
Oh, I know what Tim's going to run.
Done running the ball.
And David, I don't think
gonna work.
Think this thing. If they can't stop running it, stop handing it off. Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Looking to take a shot. And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Just 1 for 3 on fourth down today, but they'll try to move those chains with this play. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating
son of bitch.
Over on downs.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Let's fucking
Not
go.
a great start for this quarterback here.
Let's
2
fucking
interceptions
go.
already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
Fafita sucks. He's very clearly a stallion and not an eagle.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here at the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Looking for a crease to the left. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
To throw, it's Fafita.
Just pretending you at this Auburn game and you paid a lot of money and it's Ezra's first Auburn game. And I get to coach against him. And I can crush the hopes and dreams of your whole family.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down.
Shut up.
They'll try to run for it. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this.
Had to come out and have a jizz in the whore.
Or they're winning. Come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run.
He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Arizona.
That was a user audible.
Getting set for the point after. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Wish I would see
If you're
this.
a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. It's a flea flicker.
You fool.
Unloads it left. The completion past the sticks.
I knew he was passing, but I didn't know it was a triple flea flicker. What the fuck kind of shit are you on?
And they're showing you their intentions early.
This ain't no normal shit. I know John Charles is whispering to you about what I'm running too.
We're just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This offense is really going to try to keep the defense on their heels in the run game by doing it with different guys. It'll be running backs, it'll be quarterbacks. They may even try to get receivers involved in the jet sweep game, reverse game as well. But a nice play there.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Thorne. Right down the middle. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception interception of the day. He was trying to get that return going instead.
And you're calm, dude.
At the 38. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
Catch in the middle, it's McMillan. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds.
That was a foul.
The big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Second half. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran up.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Arizona.
Davis.
What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're lining
No,
up
you
to
think
kick
you
it
got a
off
dick
after
in
the
between
pick
your
six,
bitches.
and that defense will come out
But all it was a wart.
You'll be brought
Hurt
down
that nigga,
quickly.
but
That's
whatever
always
you
the
do.
risk when you bring it out of the end zone. Do you make it to the 25 or not? In this case, not. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point
Being
game,
down
so
how
you don't need
much?
to panic.
I was just going to say,
How much
man, this thing
down,
can
sir?
flip
How
quick.
much you
You
put
go
down?
down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
You fool of a toque.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't
Truly
take
a
it off.
goofy goober to have underestimated the former 1% in the world coming out of this game.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change, you get the turnover, and now you turn it into points immediately. Nice job by the defense forcing it, the offense taking advantage and putting points on the board.
About to kick it away after
Speed
scoring a
now.
touchdown.
35, Auburn, 14.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
No. Yeah. It said that I lost connection as soon as I got the interception. No. What really happened, Tim? No, after he threw the ball, I got a pick. Said you quit. I